Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Men Talk X.
And I'm AK. Good to be with y'all again.
Yeah, man. Great. How you doing, brother? How your week going? Or starting off?
Man, so far so good. You know, the Eagles got theirs, you know. There's a big smile on my face.
Yeah, I'm about to ask you. You made some money or you lost some money?
Oh, no, I didn't bet. You know, I just, I like to see the Eagles get their ass whooped, free of charge. So, that's good enough for me. You know what I'm saying?
They would have got another one.
Team.
They fans would have been unbearable. They fans would have thought they was the hottest shit in the NFC East.
I swear. No, we wouldn't have heard the end of it, man. We would not have heard the end of it. They'd have been talking all kind of shit, even worse than Cowboy fans, man.
Yeah.
I don't think it's only one thing worse than Eagles fans and Cowboys fans. That's the Steelers fan. You know what I'm saying? It's too much to handle, man. They probably up there flipping over cars right now.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, I seen a couple videos from Barstool where people was getting their cars flipped. The craziest video I seen in pertaining to that Super Bowl stuff was the rapper Key Glock. He posted on his story, and ain't too many catch it, so I had to screen record it, just cause I'm like, should I make a YouTube video on this or not? But it was like, he kind of gave away the hand. If you look at his story, it was like 10 minutes left in the game, and the NFL had moved the confetti onto the field or whatever, like on the sides, and it was red and yellow. So it was like, in 10 minutes to go, I mean, you could have thought the Chiefs was going to win, but it was supposed to still be anybody's game. And then when you see, the penalty that happened and shit, you just be like, damn, the NFL was like, man, we already had that red and yellow confetti ready.
Loaded up. Man, I've been hearing more and more, bro, about how it's rigged and, how it's staged and all that. And they had predicted the score.
Oh yeah, the score. Yeah, I heard about that.
It was the opposite way though. They had the Eagles winning, but still, that score was way too close, man.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. I think
it was like 2 points.
I think it's a great chance of the shit being scripted, but I just don't think everybody get the right script. Like even if it's scripted or some shit, I don't think everybody get the right. Because that's where it's what's that show we watch? Power. You remember Power Book 1 or whatever they called the first one with Ghost? And it was like when that ended, It had different endings or possible endings for the show and shit. And it's like, I think that's how the NFL probably go into it. Like, oh, we got 4 ways this game could turn out, And it's like, whichever one it start leaning towards, that's what we gonna go with.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Because I don't know, man. I think it's too much for people not to question it.
Yeah.
If they wasn't questioning it before, they damn sure questioning it now.
It felt like that Broncos Panthers Super Bowl to me, even though the scores were different in both of those. But it just felt like we was talking last week, and I said Pat probably gonna win because of the Tom Brady retirement and all that. It just seemed like Jalen Hurts was getting all the pre-Super Bowl hype. Jalen Hurts this, the college is this. It's just all the hype. Typically, motherfuckers that get all that hype usually lose. So it was like seeing that it was just, but anything could happen. But that Key Glock shit. That was one thing I see as they can't refute, where it was like, bruh, why y'all got red and yellow confetti on the field 10 minutes to go in the game?
Right. Yeah, man. They nutted up with that. They giveaway.
All right. But you ain't gonna see nobody speaking on it because ain't nobody trying, that's the last set of billionaires niggas want beef with. What people want beef with.
Yeah, for real. Speaking of billionaires, it was everybody in that stadium.
Well, they said a box was going for like $2 million or some wild shit.
Like, dang.
$2 million a box.
Yeah, that's wild, man. And, you know, for what, an hour and 58 minutes.
Bruh, that's robbery. Because imagine if you a player. Say you a player and you alright. You not like the top paid on your team and shit. And you like, I want to go to the Super Bowl with my family and shit. $2 million, like 3-4 game checks.
Yeah.
That's like,
if that.
Yeah.
That might be somebody's whole season.
I'm trying to tell you, so they wasn't playing fair. That was the owners trying to like flex, like, nah, you know, ain't, yeah. Cause you gotta remember the year before, AB had a box with Kanye in them with the Donda Sports. So I guess that was more of them like, nah, we gonna set this shit way out of there, like $2 million. Even if you a popping rapper, that's like 10 shows. If you getting 200, you know what I'm saying? Even if you.
Damn. That's more than some people making a whole lifetime.
I'm trying to see. For a 2-hour event, you hear me? Fuck no.
Right. Because you probably wouldn't remember it a year from now.
With just Rihanna. You peep Rihanna halftime show, right?
Oh yeah, Rihanna set it off.
Yeah.
Rihanna set it all the way off.
People acting so shocked, like they don't understand the Super Bowl halftime show. Nobody ever got paid for that joint, ever. Nobody gets paid for it because you get the most publicity. Like, usually you get, like, say back in the day, originally before streaming, they would put on like a U2 or some type of old act like that, and it's like immediately they CDs start selling again type shit. Now we got streaming where it's like if you perform at the Super Bowl, you supposed to be running Apple the next morning or Spotify and all that shit. Like everybody supposed to be like going down memory lane.
Mm-hmm. As if people weren't already doing that in the Rihanna Navy.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think. Like, I think it was a great performance. It was a good attention or whatever. But I think she should have brought somebody out. Like, I was like, damn, run this town. She got to bring out Jay-Z or something. But maybe Jay-Z just on some old... He's an old head now. I don't know.
Right. Or All the Lights from Kanye.
You know they wasn't bringing Kanye out. That's the Jewish... They had cut the power in that joint if people would have popped up anywhere. They had went straight to commercial.
Shut it down.
Because the thing with Kanye at a stage so big like that, 30 million people watching, you know he's liable to say some reckless ass shit. Like, it's not even up for debate.
Mm-hmm. Like, hold up, Rihanna, I'm gonna let you finish. Oh my God.
Like, that's gonna hurt him for the rest of his big shows. Like, unless he do the big show itself, a lot of people not gonna want to give him that platform because it's like they know he can get on any platform and just say some shit that go viral.
Mm-hmm. Anything. And you know, Rihanna said she was gonna bring somebody out too.
And she ended up bringing out the baby or something. They said was she pregnant?
Yeah. Baby, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my uncle was like, "Damn, she got the baby. So who are these white motherfuckers supposed to be? The sperm cells?"
Yeah, well, I don't know, man. The conspiracy theory's been working overtime because you know, like with all these performances, the performers been wearing red. Like the last 6 months or so, they said all these shows,
right?
They just been like, you know. And you know they use this shit for like big messages, but that shit it's hard to decode because it's like I'm not no Luciferian, Satan. I don't know how none of that shit work for real, you know.
I was looking at all the I was looking for it. You feel me? And the only thing I could really put together was the meaning behind umbrella. You feel me? But we could go all day about that bullshit.
Yeah. Shit, man. Super Bowl. So all in all, we had the commercials too. Since we talking about it, this year's commercials. They actually, I didn't see that many VR joints. I was expecting more VR joints. And then I remember after our show had aired, they had gave the statement saying that there wouldn't be any crypto commercials or whatever. But I thought the VR joints would have been like, you know what I'm saying, a little hard. I did see a lot of QR code shit, like everybody trying to get NFT drops and all those type. But I wasn't catching those commercials. I just was catching people talking about it. I'm like, damn, am I watching the same shit everybody watching?
Yeah, I swear I was thinking the same thing, bro, because everybody was talking about that Digi Dayaku NFT and how they scanned the QR code and it just was a dude's face. dude who made the NFT collection. Everybody was pissed off, because apparently he had spent like $7 million on that. Yeah. That shit was wild. But nah, you're right. I didn't see that joint.
I'm trying to tell you, but so we seen that aspect, and then while all that was going on, BUSD, Binance USD, was depegging yesterday. I was like, is it gonna do the whole the whole Luna shit? How Luna depeg? I'm like, is that shit about? Which you can't never call it, because once it send out that warning shot, that's that warning shot. Anybody get hit at that point, so it's like, damn, BUSD depeg. That shit reminded me of earlier in the year when me and you was talking, and Binance had stopped taking US dollar deposits and shit. So now it's like we're starting to get more of that story piece by piece. So it's like, all right, they stopped doing that. Then now they stable coin, which was supposed to be the safest stable coin in all the stable coins, like BUSD and Paxos and shit like that. Like, they already had got regulatory clarity, so we had thought. And then now we're sitting here with Binance, the biggest exchange on the planet, getting ready to possibly lose their stable coin, which when we think, especially like people that think about all the third party coins, which is like Shibas and shit built off of Shiba, just all your little people coins that people make money off of, coins you probably never heard of, but they're Binance Ventures or Binance Smart Labs, whatever the fuck, or whatever they shit's called. And it's like all that shit's at jeopardy right now, bro. Like, because if Binance go tumbling, that's worse than anything anybody's seen so far, for sure.
Right. That's a lot of coins going with it. A lot of coins. That's not good. I got a few Binance Smart Chain coins myself. Fucking hyper, fucking low cap gem. Even the Super Bowl NFT coin.
Right.
SSR. Yeah, man. Hey, trust and believe, bro. I got my leverage short on speed dial, ready to go.
Oh yeah, it's the short of a lifetime. I think that's why they trying to do a slow death. Because they know, man, that's a short of a lifetime if that motherfucker start rolling, man. Because now think about it.
I'm not missing that day.
I'm trying to tell you, because now you got the court cases. So the SEC suing Paxos, the parent company to the BUSD and all that. And it's like the biggest thing that they're challenging, which we also got a sneak peek to last week when Brian Armstrong was like, the SEC wants to sue people about staking or whatever. And then it's like, now we fast forward a week later and more has been revealed. And it's like, man, if staking is deemed a security or somewhat illegal or penalizable, or whatever, I just made a word up prior, but fucking, bruh, that's going to kill the Ethereum market too. Because the whole shit that got Ethereum comfy over 1,000 is the fact people got 32 ETH stake.
Yeah, that's going to be catastrophic to damn near everything. If they successfully take out all the stake, now that's going to be hard to do, man. Because there's so many different protocols that that you could do. One, you could provide liquidity. You could You could help solidify transactions. You could, support the network. You could run a node. There's so many different types of staking that you got to kill damn near everything to stop the shit.
And
it
gets weary, bruh, because I'm like, my wealth, like my whole life is in staking for real. So it'd be like, damn, like I done took some L's in staking, like a lot of L's, like compared to what you think you signed up for. Like I done took a lot of L's in staking, but I still want to stake. Like that shit really put me in a panic mode, because then it's like, what do you do to retain value at this point? Is that gonna then create like a bull market on art? But then to me, I'm sitting here like, you would think NFT art, blase, but I'm like, shit, I would think the safest art at that point becomes real art. Or not real art, let me take that back, but physical art. You know what I'm saying? Like art. Because it's like, that's your safest tax haven for somebody that's accumulated some and want to do something with your bread. Because it's like, you can't keep it in the bank. That's stupid. Maybe they doing this to prop back up the dollar, because if everybody was to run that money out, maybe they go back into bonds. Maybe this is how they trying to fix the bond market. But it's like, that's your only option.
That's a good point.
You run into the dollar and let them cook up a UFO catastrophe like it sound like they working, and shit, you could lose your money faster in the dollar.
Yeah, you better believe it, man. All this uncertainty. Shit, but nah,
it's sick, man.
Yeah, man. Shit. That's really the only reason I can think of. Shit, boost up the dollar, because other than that, why the fuck are they hating? Why are they hating? Because everybody can do it.
Right.
Everybody. It's not to a certain amount of people. This dude, what's his name? Gensler?
Yeah, Gary Gensler.
The planet. Yeah, he's the biggest hater on the planet, bro. I don't know one person bigger hater than this cat, man. I'm telling you, this dude here.
Bruh, I seen his commercial, the shit he did, or his infomercial talking about staking, and I just thought complete jackass. Like,
yeah, bro.
Like, cause one, they can actually avoid a lot of these losses by just having clear regulatory standards, where it's like, all right, if you really believe what you saying is right and these people is doing fraudulent shit, why not jump out on it from the get-go, or put down clearer clarifications to where it's like they gotta abide. Right now, you got it such in a shady place or a gray area to where it's like, if you want to do shit the right way, you still doing it the wrong way, because there isn't no real established right way. So you get sued and they kick out money, and then it's like, what the fuck? Like, even with us being a DAO, that type of shit, like, our biggest, like, us being a DAO, our biggest headache shouldn't be worrying if we're going to be SEC compliant when we not offering those securities. Like, we not think, but it's like, just by the way he's defining securities out here, it's like you just got to play it safer than sorry.
Yeah, bro. I mean, a lot of this shit is like, he's just reaching at this point because he knows he's losing. That's got to be it, because, I mean, they got the saying, right?
Yeah.
They say, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win. We are 100% in the then they fight you stage. You feel me? This dude is doing the best he can to stop it when he know he can't stop shit for real. He can only, prevent it, because guess what? Even if the SEC rules all these joint securities and no more staking and all that in the United States, what do you think gonna happen in the rest of the world? Think they gonna stop too? Hell no.
That's valid too.
So it's like,
that's valid.
Now you pushing shit out of the United States, even hurting our economy even more, because now people don't even want to be here. You're gonna have more and more millionaires leave the country, taking their money with them. He not thinking this all the way through, man.
I mean, he's just a puppet, though. He just worked the agenda. It's just,
yeah, you.
Because we always got to keep in mind that the basis of this blockchain stuff is a cashless society. Like, it's not them being able to store data and do all this shit with data, because they already know how to store data and got files and internets, all type of shit. So all that's just like marketing. But the pure essence of it that ties in NFTs and cryptocurrencies and all these different things is just a cashless society. And I think that's like the way they giving us the medicine and the lollipop type shit, where it's like we're adopting all of the features and attributes of a cashless society, but they not gonna give us like true free range to have a cashless society where everybody got their own money and shit like that. Like, that's dead. You know, this cashless society they creating is more like some shit from hell. Like, it's not even really no words to describe it, because we don't really know how far they want to go, or like how fast. Not even how far. We know how far they want to go, but how fast do they want to go, you know? And it's sad, because it's like everybody loved ChatGPT the last 30, or, you know what I'm saying, people been knowing about it for like a good 6 months now, or whatever. So people been liking it. And the first 3 months, they didn't know that it was going to erase so many jobs in the next 3 months. You get what I'm saying? And that shit's only going to happen. So it's like, the more we pick up on this stuff, the more it get ugly. Like, for instance, when me and you was first in crypto, you could go through exchanges without giving a driver's license in some cases, all type of shit. Then the exchanges got tighter. Now they emailing you every so often, like, oh, we got to make sure this IRS got the right information, etc. And it's just like, I think we getting closer to the end. And then with all the conflict occurring, or not even conflict, but all these shits getting shot out the sky, I just see that.
Right.
I see that building up to that whole Pentagon article I always refer to, where they got a game called the Gen Z Rebellion, where they plan on like cryptocurrency Gen Z rebellion in 2024. So the game was all about different strategies to stop the Gen Z from, like, you know, taking over. And it's like, that's what I'm starting to see build, like all these fake acts of war. You had about 3 trains derail in the last week or something. Another train just derailed like an hour or so ago. So it's like
explosion, man. Derail and explosion.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and releasing, and these trains, not just any trains. These the trains with the chemicals and shit. Like, all the trains, it's like you can't make it up.
Yeah. I literally just heard about that before we hopped on this one.
Yeah, man. 3 different states though. First it was Ohio, then what? South Carolina, and I think like Oregon or some shit, or Oregon and South Carolina. Like that shit.
Bro, I feel like this is biological warfare, man.
It's definitely warfare.
For sure. Yeah. Since COVID, man, this is chemical and biological warfare, man. This is shit they was warning us about in middle school.
You could say
had
before
no idea
then. You could say before then.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It seemed like what's that movie with Vin Diesel? Triple X.
Yeah. Yeah, that. Yep.
It give you that type of vibe, like just, and then the news and the way the media works, like how they're not, like for instance, if the news wanted to, they could be hype, or if it was like the profitable, like they could be hyping it up, like, oh shit, 3 trains derailed, oh we got to get ready for war or whatever. But it's like the news ain't putting it all together. They just dropping out fragments here, fragments there, like, oh, we had an oil pipeline out here in California just bust of it last week. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a lot of shit going on where it would sound like some hackers, because most of those systems is controlled by hackers nowadays. I mean, by software nowadays. It's like them trains. If you want to derail it, you gotta know how to hack the line, and it'll jump lines easy. So it's like, is people hacking all these different lines right now?
Gotta be, man. They was warning us about cyber attacks. This must be how this start, man. Or, you know, this might be phase 2.
Yeah.
Or something.
Is it self-sabotage, though? You know, everybody know the insurance, man. Everybody know we going into a Great Depression. So is they like, fuck it, I'm going to cash out hot and calls out.
Gotta be. If that's the case, they gotta be cashing out, man. It's, you know, it's all pretty soon. It's gonna be every man for themselves. They might as well front run it,
Right.
you know. So yeah, there's that, man. But it's a lot going on. And then back to the staking, you know, that what they gonna do about NFT staking?
That's why I said it's back to physical art. You hear me? Because it's like the whole NFT shit built around the staking. But that's what I've always known. Like, if my wife bear my witness, I've always told her, like, bruh, they talking about, like, she was part of a community called Digital X back in the day. And their biggest attraction was they had a token that went with all the items that was being sold in their ecosystem. And it was like that token earned interest. So at that moment, I always told her, like, bruh, they in violation of the SEC. Like, they earn it. And it's like at any moment, that shit goes left. And that token came in, I ain't even going to say gone, but it basically did pump it up. I remember at one point it was almost, what, $2,000 or so dollars. Then it came down to like 400, 300. And it was like...
Yeah. I think I know exactly what token you're talking about too, bro.
Yeah.
I won't say the name.
And it was a lot of... And to me, that's why I don't be feeling... Now we hitting on something. Why I don't be feeling all these like NFT, NYC conferences and all them type of shits like that. Because a lot of that shit kind of be just money laundering, bruh. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Oh, you go there... You meet some hedge funds or some project heads or whatever, and they like, oh, we gonna put it all together. Or hey, you meet a spatial, or not even a spatial, because Web3 is more grimy. Spatial's still Web2. So you meet a Web3 platform. It's like, all right, we gonna give you this money. We gonna invest in your token, your community, etc. But it's like at any given moment, you could just be the okie doke. You get what I'm saying? They just saying, oh, we mess with the raw now because they're going physical to digital, so they could go to these different hedge funds, fucking, you name it, get some more money, and then it's like, for people that actually want to build in the space, you get deterred or you get crushed, because it's like, really, all motherfuckers is doing is capping as if they try and build some shit. They just getting money, like money laundering, you get what I'm saying? Getting money to portray like they building some shit, knowing they not about to build some shit. And then it's like that kills public sentiment at the same time, because then now in the public, you like, damn, I heard about this NFT project, I was in it, and the shit went to zero. Like, how many people was behind SafeMoon at one point in time? And then that shit goes to fucking super zero. And then now, it's nothing wrong with the NFT concept or anything, but you just killed so many people because it was like they was probably in SafeMoon life savings and all type shit.
Mm-hmm. Thought it was exactly what it said. Safe Moon.
Yeah. Thought they was gonna bring a debit card and all that shit like they was portraying, you know, and it was like that shit's over and over again. Or how many communities have Doge and Shiba burn? You know what I'm saying? I know too many Dogecoin projects and Shiba projects that ain't amount to shit.
Too many. Floki and what's that? Bonk, Frunk, Inu. All these.
All of them. Akita. Fucking all of them.
Akita, right.
All of them.
Yeah. I feel bad for everybody who, you know, put that bag in there.
But so then now, with a community like ours, some people may be deterred from it because they like, damn, y'all not geek to go to NFT NYC or make y'all token and shit. But it's like, one, we not geek to make the token because regulatory shit is not clear, and we black. We can't afford. We not gonna get the SBF treatment when shit go wrong. They gonna put us on the front page like we knew what the fuck was going on.
Right. Before SBF. Breaking news.
You
like, oh my god, bro.
You can't just pop.
Imagine that.
They gonna be like, oh, they scammed everybody. They was, you know, so it's like, be like, if it wasn't for them, Sam Bankman would have never failed. They was, you know how they build this shit up. So it's like,
yeah, Yeah, man. That's hate that, bro. Why they do that to us every time, bro? We ain't got no choice but to expect it now.
Right. And then they got the crash dummies setting the precedent. So it's like we got all these other companies that you know was doing wrong or whatever. And getting they hit like what Kraken did the other day was completely selfish. You know? Taking that $30 million plea to the SEC, that was selfish. Because it was like, so now y'all took that knowing that that's precedent. Like, all right, so now staking is going to be deemed damn near illegal because y'all basically saying y'all got caught staking and staking was an unregistered security. And it's like, what type of shit is that?
Right. It's a mess, man.
Think about the Chronos or the Crypto.coms and shit, bro. Like, Crypto.com's whole fucking business model is staking.
Yeah, man, they're in trouble. Crypto.com is in big trouble if this goes down. I'm telling you, man, that's one of the shadiest exchanges I ever met on top of the staking.
I'm trying to see.
Crypto.com, bro, yeah.
That was the only way they was in business was because of staking, bro. Them nobody really gave a fuck. And fucking the Netflix purchases on your fucking Crypto.com card or whatever, like, it was nobody.
Right. And then you gotta have a few thousand in that joint, or maybe even 100,000 to get that black card. You know, yeah. That Obsidian.
Waste of bread now that we know what we know. Cause the worst shit you want to be in, which got me nervous, is you don't want to have your money stuck nowhere when this shit start going cause they not paying you. If nobody knows listening, man, if you get your money stuck on one of these exchanges, it's over.
Yeah, man. I'm about to. Yeah, I got a little bit of bread on KuCoin. I'm about to start. You know what I mean? Motivating.
I mean, Bitcoin, I can see how all of this starts to shift into Bitcoin's favor, you know, to where it's like,
yep,
Bitcoin could take off and really, because Bitcoin already got called a commodity so many times, so it's like they can't take their word back and be like, oh, nah, because it's mined and the miners have this, da-da-da, it's a security. Like, as of right now, Bitcoin's the only thing that really cleared the hula hoops for the most part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's like we buying the Bitcoin dips.
That's what my boy said. He told me this in 2012. Ignore all the other coins coming out and just stick to Bitcoin. And this is before they even came out. This was when Ethereum came out, and that was the only one. Ethereum and Litecoin made it.
Yeah, XRP.
And yeah, I mean, I didn't know about XRP then. It was just Bitcoin,
it was open coin then, but it was out.
Yeah, man. But I was like, all right, bet. That's easy to do because it's only 3. So I'm gonna just stick to Bitcoin. But then a few years later, oh, we got Dash now. We got
Hey, Dash was a throwback.
Yeah, man. Like I was like, okay, well, yeah, let me ignore that too. Whole time, Dash did like a what, 140x or some crazy shit. I was like, damn, well, that's kind of hard to ignore. And then, you know, the next bull run after that, you got all these 100x coins. And I'm like, damn, but he told me to ignore all this shit. And now this fucking SEC crackdown, and now it's all starting to make sense. You know what I'm saying? But from the jump, he started warning me about this shit, bro. Didn't understand it till now.
He ain't lying to you, man. And it's sad because the way the space was made, we were supposed to have altcoins. Like, even though Bitcoin was a P2p network and all that, but it's like the tech was built to be forked and built to have innovation and to get better. So it's like, but the whole kill is a lot of people jumped in that shit on some money laundering shit. So you can't be mad. Like, people that knew business and understood how to finesse came up. Like, you can't be mad. Like, that'd be the whole shit. You can't even be mad. It's just like, man.
Not at all.
I always figured Ethereum would go down because the craziest shit with Ethereum to me, which is like another rig, it's like watching a rigged sports game. Is just like we seen Ethereum have an ICO, like we seen them ask for funding, we seen them be a real security out here, and Gary don't even breathe on Ethereum. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't even. He switched the subject when people talk Ethereum. So it's like, damn, how much you get paid to let them get a pass?
Yeah, that definitely raised the eyebrow, for sure. He definitely taking some chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
And then that take me back to the Sam Bankman shit. It's like a lot of people looking at Sam Bankman as a bad guy, but now you got to look at it from all angles. It's like, how do you not know? Because Sam and Gary and all them, like Sam's dad is cool with Gary and all that, like hired Gary at MIT and all that shit. So when you start thinking, it'd be like, Sam came in with the biggest Trojan horse type shit, acting like he was for this crypto shit, acting like, oh yeah, da-da-da-da, pushing adoption, just to be that sourpuss, to where now, last year, he spent the most money on Super Bowl commercials. Because of that, this year, there was 0 crypto commercials.
They banned it.
You get what I'm saying? And it's like, these the idiots that's in our way. And I say our way because it's like, it's humanity for real, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, he humanity. But then it's our field too. Like, you know?
Trojan horse, man.
Specifically us.
Trojan horse.
Yeah.
And we see it all the time. We see this shit with presidents. We see this shit with government. We see this shit with everybody that's supposed to be the Trojan horse. And then they turn around and really be a Trojan horse, you know? Just like, nah.
Damn shame, man. I forgot about that. I forgot Sam Bankman put all that money on there last year.
All of the money, and his commercials was so disheartening because it's like he got the commercials where he interviewing the old dude that's like the mega investor from back in the day, and he was just like, nah, I'm not buying crypto. Like, that was the commercial.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember he said, I don't think this is too safe, and I'm never wrong. Man, that motherfucker was.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Sam was really playing with niggas. Like, he spent niggas millions to drop that shit. The disrespect.
Yo, we gotta find that commercial, bro. That's incredibly relevant. What's dude name? I don't even know dude name.
He's like one of them the mega investors. I'm about to look it up. FBI. What the fuck was that? FTX.
Yeah.
FTX. Super Bowl. Oh, it's Larry David. That's his name.
Right. Okay. Yep. Larry David.
I don't even want to watch the commercial. I know that shit gonna get us what's it called, strike.
Yeah, don't even worry about it.
But
don't even worry about it. I know his name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Larry David.
For sure, bro.
And that shit made Larry David seem even more like a G. Like, that's probably why he even agreed to do the shit. Like, like this ain't gonna hurt my branding.
Right. He said, and I'm never wrong. He made sure he said that. Dang.
And then you add on, so now FTX, I don't know, since we on a topic, you've seen they trying to get the senators or the people, all the politicians to give back that money that he donated. Like, man, that shit long gone. Y'all ain't getting that shit back. That shit gone.
Go ahead. Yeah, all right. Yeah, nah.
You better off asking a school bully for the money back than asking them niggas for the money back.
Right. They better off asking a crocodile to give back the swine.
You don't even want them to give you the money back, because then that means they about to go steal some whole other money to give you that shit. Like,
exactly. Or they about to spill the beans on everything.
You hear me? They not even the type to get the money back. Like, nothing in their nature say get the money back. They didn't get the money back after all that illegal stock shit they was pulling in 2020, dumping before fucking announcements and shit. They ain't getting no money back then.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you get that money back. They get that money back. They gonna start rolling over on each other. Who start insider trading?
They get that
You know
money
what I'm
back.
saying?
That mean $1 must be worth Chuck E. Cheese money. You hear me? They get that shit ain't worth
I'm
nothing.
telling you, man. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want that. Angry politicians?
Not getting that money
Oh,
back,
boy.
man. And it's just sad because it's like it's politics as usual. Quoting Jay-Z, man. You know, like these motherfuckers created an issue out of nothing. It's the same way like yesterday. Just because it was the Super Bowl, they thought it was cute to be like, oh, that last shit they got shot down. They like, oh, we don't know if it's an alien or not. Like, come on, man. Y'all know it's motherfuckers out here that really believe stupid shit like that. Like, don't get them. And it's not
for
even
real.
stupid shit. It goes back to the whole crypto argument where it's like, it really could be aliens out here. But the way these motherfuckers carry shit, it be like, we'll never know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. You know, I don't shoot it down, but you 100% right, man. It is some alien fanatics out here that, you know, they've been waiting they've been waiting years and years to say I told you so.
They ass
You
probably
feel me? And they got
underground right
outfits.
now with the power off. You hear me?
Yeah. With the freeze dried food and all that shit ready to go. You know? Shit, man. This is their time to shine right here. So yeah, of course.
To me, it just be like the timing. So the aliens on their way now that we know AI and the robots is here all the way. So what? The robots gonna save us from the aliens? What's
Yeah, no, ain't no way in hell the robots saving us from anything. You know what I'm saying? We already seen all the movies. They like, yeah, you created us, but y'all detrimental to your own health, so y'all gotta go.
yeah?
Like, what? I don't know, man. But
It's interesting.
you know, it's this shit is here to stay. But you know, that don't mean we gotta like the direction it's going. So we take it, use it to our advantage as much as we can. You know, before what? Fucking Judgment Day.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying?
Since Alien vs Predator, bruh, I've always seen them. Them shits was the realest shits I ever saw. Like at that time period, that was like 8-legged freaks, all that shit. 8-legged freaks, I knew it wasn't gonna be no big ass spider, so that shit ain't. But the AVP joints, I'm like, bruh, if they could make shit like this, how do we not? And I've been having this question since then. Like, how do we not know if the aliens are fucking real aliens or just some fucking Hollywood graphic type shit made that's now roaming the street on some like we some aliens and what y'all gonna do with us?
Man, check this out. My grandmother always used to tell me, look, if you could draw it, it could come to life. And these motherfuckers have been proving that time after time. Like this, you know, even iRobot. Big time robots ain't here yet, but they on their way. What's another thing? FaceTime with Kim Possible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But imagine,
man,
the best way to get people to believe in the aliens, if I was them, I would just have one come. I wouldn't even send a whole fleet. Because a whole fleet, it's going to have to be conflict. Niggas, a whole fleet. We can't time it to see what they on. Shit just got to get real. But if one come, or if they present one, and it's just like on some ET shit, like, oh nah, I'm just here on some I come in peace shit. And then eventually they start rolling, you know what I'm saying? That one being here then leads to some conflict. Like, I think that'd be dope. It'd be a movie type shit, but I think that's how you get people guard down. You don't send in no ship of aliens or no or lookalikes or no shit like that, because people we gonna somehow win. If we was able to tame lions, tigers, and bears and shit, the God I believe in, I know we gonna get an advantage on the aliens. I don't know how, but I know we would. One of us, 7 billion of us, one of us down here gonna get the alien together.
Man, I hope so. I really just hope they don't got that one big time laser to zoom in on Earth and just kaboom us, man. Like,
There's no money to make in
that's
that.
like,
I think even the aliens want money. Everybody.
I mean, yeah, I hope. Shit. Remember, it was one movie. Dude was like, "So what is it you want us to do?" And nigga said, "Die." So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is like, that is what I dread, bro. I hope they just don't want that.
Yeah, I think they want to
what
make us
movie
a
was that?
slave. I would think that's how you bring back slavery, man. You bring back, cause like, look how everybody is super receptive to Chat GPT being just super smart and shit like that. So if they program one fake alien to be like some shit that could just answer all the questions, we'd be like, oh damn, what happened to Jesus? And it's like the alien act like, or computer, whatever they want to call it, act like it know. Like if it come off as some all-knowing type of being, bruh, that's how I think they'd take over the world. Like if people believed in Jesus and Buddha and all these other beings that nobody really got to see eyes on, if we was to sit here in our lifetime and see some supernatural shit happen and it just be right, like I swear that's gonna be the biggest cult religion ever.
Yeah, you gonna think it's Jesus. He can come back impersonating Jesus, and you can't tell the difference. It's a wrap, bro. Everybody waiting for Jesus gonna just be like, yeah, here he is, right here. Now what?
You hear me?
We had told y'all thousands of times. We had told y'all he gonna come back, and here he is, right here in the flesh. Shit, man. I mean, who am I not to believe it?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, that's how much of a mind fuck as a society we've been living in. When we talk about like watching the Super Bowl performances and its messages, but what are the messages? It's like that's really the type of shit we've been like, a conscious, unconscious type of state.
Yeah.
Cause you talking about just Jesus. What if they drop the whole fleet, him and the disciples, bring back Muhammad? What if everybody just like some real, like, oh, this shit, like the ultimate movie?
Yeah, man. That might be too much for a lot of mugs, man. Too much. Too live and direct. This shit better than 3D. Live in this motherfucker.
Then what if that's a way to get people to commit suicide? What if it's just like, oh, they got a fire going off to the side, like, oh yeah, you know, you remember that thing you did when you was 10? Yeah, go ahead and make that left turn and just start watching.
Wow,
Like, go.
I'm be over there trying to float like, nah, I'm going up.
Like, nah, go ahead and make that left turn. Shit gonna be real out here.
Yeah, that's too real, man. Fuck. Hey, at what point do you raise the eyebrow?
That's what I'm saying. You hear me? Because it's looking bad out here. Like people thought COVID was like, nah, this next stuff they building for seem way more treacherous. Like, cause all we know in our history is America's like untouchable. America has conflict, but nobody brings that shit to North America. Now we seeing shit going on all around North America. You get what I'm saying? We seeing people trying every which angle, every which part, and it's like, damn.
From what I see, bro, motherfuckers had enough time to study ancient history and our flaws. And motherfuckers use that to our advantage, man. Our opponents is some smart motherfuckers, man. And, you know, they got all kind of shit to goddamn bypass even our awareness.
Fact.
You know, we under attack that we not even aware of. Fucking cyber attacks, goddamn train explosion, balloon in the sky, COVID-19, nigga. Like, man, we got a lot to work to do, man. And then we so oblivious because, you know, our country is still run by boomers that we don't, you know, these motherfuckers think that an AK-47 is still our most valuable weapon. Like, they got to get with the times, man. Keep up with the times, because it's our opponent is far beyond us, and even if we're not talking about a certain nation, we might be talking about people we can't even see or things we can't even see.
Actually,
it's just they stuck in their ways, man, and it's scary. It's scary, I think I ain't
scary because our opponent be the people we out here defending in a sense, or we thinking defending us better yet. Our opponent, the people we think defending us even better than us defending them. Like,
yeah. That's what's the best way to take down your enemy. Make him think he's won already.
Yeah.
Period. That's what they doing. They talking about, oh yeah, you guys don't have to pay us no money back. You don't got to pay us no money back. Guess what? We going to take care of that for you. You know what I mean? Just sit back and relax. It's good. Don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, bro. That is all kind of red flags. And people just can't see that, man. And, the people who can, they're not empowered. So,
or it just...
man.
Or when you can see it, like you said, you realize that power should be an illusion too. You get what I'm saying? Because it'd be like motherfuckers believing in shit that be inaccurate type shit. Like, be like, damn, like how we supposed to back that type of shit knowing it's foolery, Knowing you just trying to get bodies to sacrifice. Because that's all that shit be seeming like. They just be looking for more shit to sacrifice.
Yeah, when it don't even need to be no damn sacrifice. You're doing it for no reason.
Fact.
Shit crazy. But I guess, they got, you don't want to take the time to learn about it, you're going to learn the hard way. And I feel like Gen Z, they could be more help to us than anything.
They don't trust nobody. And I don't blame them.
Yeah, hey, shit is a little different out here, but the trustworthy ones.
Like Gen Z rather trust technology, like, and that shit's been like that since I remember my little brother was a kid, like, and we was like living in the same house, like little youngins, and it was shit like, I tell him some NBA stat, like, oh, Vince Carter won the dunk contest or some shit, and 01 or some shit, and he'd have to ask Google first, like, and this was him, like, middle school.
Oh, man.
Like, that was them way, you know what I'm saying, way before. Like, oh, I'm telling him about Reggie Miller had a shot. It's like, oh, we had to Google that shit. Like, you just... Like, Gen Z don't trust nobody for real. And that's why they be susceptible to a lot of shit. Because it be like, what they trust in is a nobody. Like, they trust in Google. A Google article. A motherfucking Time magazine article. Like... a tweet.
Yep, and we seen Google been wrong before.
Oh yeah, they just lost $100 billion. That's a good segue too. They lost $100 billion last week with their AI shit giving the wrong answer.
For real?
Yeah. They tried to rush and drop their AI shit to compete with ChatGPT, and in the presentation they gave the wrong answer. They lost like $100 billion in stock off the break.
That serves them right. They got to take the time.
It's because Google's AI was built different. Like that's why it was even weird that they wanted to compete with Microsoft in a sense, because Microsoft is building it with the old school Microsoft approach. Is like, oh, we just want every regular person to be able to assess this stuff. Google was doing their AI shit built for the commercial aspect for like businesses, so businesses could like have better analytics on what the fuck they got going on. So it was like trying to turn their bot to like a general public bot. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't work out. But I don't doubt the Google bot, because it's like, bruh, how much information, like, man, Google was my first email type shit. My second email.
Right.
So it's like...
Yeah. I feel like all they gotta do is make a couple tweaks, man. Because you're right, they the home of data. So, it can only be so much that they got to do to fix that. And speaking of though, how much did Microsoft pay for ChatGPT? You remember?
I want to say like 10 billion or some shit like that. 10 billion, something like that.
Okay.
Good investment though.
Yeah, for sure. That was sweet on their part. Because if it was me selling that motherfucker, I would have definitely upped the price. For sure. 10. To justify all this craze going on, yeah, I need about 50 of them things. For real, you taking people's jobs? Come on, man.
About to say it's still dangerous. 10 billion, like, still dangerous, man. Because people only get the idea, like, oh, only people that sell narcotics is cutthroat or some shit like that. And it's like, nah, anybody that really wake up on money is damn near cutthroat. So it's like, a $10 billion deal, bruh, you gotta be paranoid every day after, because it's like somebody know you made that bread. I don't know. I just think different. Like 10 billion, I'd be paranoid, bruh.
Ooh, yeah, you right. I didn't think it all the way through. 10 of them things though. Shit, one of them is life changing.
One of them paranoid
Shit.
too, but
100
10 of them as a black, that's beyond. 10 of them, bruh, I'm coming outside with like 4 lookalikes.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know which one
For
is
real.
gonna be me. Like, it's gonna be a while.
Yeah. 10 lookalikes.
Like 4.
Goddamn, I don't even know if I security. Security be like whispering to their boys, you just made 10 billion. Oh yeah, shit.
It's the
Let's get as
blackmail.
close as
It's the, not to go too far off subject. We just seen what's this one nigga? What's the nigga from No Jumper? Adam 22. His security just exposed him over the weekend. Put his business out there. Put his whole his wife, his porn star wife, whatever, was getting plugged by his co-worker or his homeboy or some shit, like. But before he ever got with her and shit. But nonetheless, it was like, that's what security do to you when you fire their ass. They be the first niggas ready to tell all the business.
Yeah. Hey, better yet, have you seen? I know you've seen that first Power.
Oh yeah. With Tasha and shit.
He be a number one enemy.
I'm telling you, man. Cause and you learn that even more. Like I always say, because I'm Liberian, so you learn that shit from just all the African coups. Like all them governments get overthrown by the niggas that's in charge of the military.
Yeah.
Cause he realized, like, nigga, I got the muscle. Like,
yeah, you right about that. I forgot about. Yeah, it was a few of them, man. Shit.
you always get overthrown by the military. Even if America was to go like super left, that's what would be happening. Like when we say all these different forms of like war occurring, and then you know how many different like private security funds there is out here and firms and shit. It's like, bruh, when it comes to like Iron Man quality type robotics that really kill, like programmed to kill and destroy, bruh, it's too many private firms out here with that shit. They just sell that shit to the military to use overseas. You know where you at now, Maryland, Lockheed Martin, all that shit out there, bruh. That shit deep.
Yeah. Big time, man.
I remember going to middle school. Lockheed Martin had paid for my middle school to get renovated. It became a magnet school, Parkland, Mo County and shit. And fucking, so we was going to school. We went from going to school up Wheaton to going to school now like Bethesda, like I'm talking about clean side Bethesda, like Tilden, all that type of shit. And it was like George Bush came, Secret Service came, but it was like that was all off the strength of Lockheed Martin. George Bush came, like as president type shit, like just.
Yeah, I remember that. My mother had worked for Lockheed Martin at one point in time before he moved to IBM. He was telling me about that.
be like
That shit crazy. You gotta have
super clearance.
hell of a clearance. Yeah, I was just getting ready to say.
Super clearance. They gotta know your grandmother was a good person. They gotta know everybody. They gotta know exactly. They gotta know everything.
Yeah, for real.
And even that shit was mind blowing as a jit, cause that was my first time seeing Secret Service, and it was like they really was like the movie, and not the movie like a whole bunch of dudes in black suits. It was like the opposite. They was pulling up in what was that old school Asian shit that don't like Daewoo's or some shit, like them old school Asian.
Yeah,
they was pulling up in they was pulling up in wow. Hey yo.
Damn, you just took it back. I ain't heard that in a long time.
They was putting out. They wasn't pulling up in no shit that'd make you think they was the law. They was pulling up in all undies, just like thousands of them niggas. Cause they knew what they was doing. They makes like y'all brought George Bush to like a trenchman. Like if it wasn't for them making in the middle, a magnet middle school, Parkland was reckless, bruh. Like that shit was reckless.
Yeah, about Parkland.
That shit was reckless. So. But I just seen a lot of that, like all those different things do the fun. It's another one too, not even just Lockheed Martin. It's another company to do the weapons too, and it be like those be the companies that like fund all the fuckery, but you'll never hear about this shit, cause all of that shit just be them living up to their stock quotes. Like, oh, they promised they was gonna build some new type of weapon. They came through. On to the next project, like, but to regular people in the world, it's like, oh nah, that's a world war, or that's a civil war, or that's a, you know, like, it's crazy.
Right. But, yeah, man, fuck. You know. Yeah, shit. Don't seem like that was too long ago, but shit, it was. Like what, 20 years ago?
Should be so crazy because nowadays we just seen Joe Biden, his forehead look deformed or some shit. I'm like, this probably don't even like. Sometimes you look at these characters, they don't even be looking like they the real people.
I don't think so, bro. Because if you look at what Joe Biden and what he sound like two different people, bro.
His head looked different. It looked like he looked like he in a movie. Like they just put that face on him.
Yeah, you might have that skin mask on. You know, that shit about to fall off his head.
Then they did Kamala dirty. They showed a clip of her like inhaling with her neck or some wild shit. And I'm like, do she got a face mask on too? Cause this shit, I might go pull that shit up whole time. That might not give me flack.
Yeah, man.
You ain't see it?
My eyebrows permanently raised.
Nah,
Hold
I'm
up.
about to show you. They gotta have.
I gotta this shit, man, because they done switched up this goddamn controls. Got my man jumping all over the place. I can't even move my screen.
Oh yeah, mobile suck now with all that shit. I ain't gonna have
Bruh, what did they do, bruh?
You can't even really look around like you want to. None of that shit. Like
and I be falling off the cliff, and I can't jump inside the building no more. Like, this shit is piss poor, man.
Definitely.
Okay, there we go. Let's see if I can move.
I think because they trying to get ready. I think they trying to really level up and compete with like the Roboluxes and shit. Like I think they're really trying to. But I don't know, because this app is like what we said, where it be like when they dealing with that hedge fund, it's like they just be doing anything to keep getting funding, bruh. They don't be like they really be with certain shit, you know? It's like, oh, motherfucking video game type shit getting the funding, we gonna turn to a video game and type joint, you know?
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Cause you see this? You're not on mobile right now, are you?
Nah.
It's two little dots right here.
Where?
On the screen, it's
Oh yeah, the left and the right one, right? Like the controller shit.
Yeah.
I think that was the worst I did. They had it good like last month. If you turned your phone sideways, those dots popped up. But if you kept it straight, they didn't pop up. But now it's like they always there. That shit suck.
Yeah, what the hell's going on with Kamala?
Yeah, you see her neck, right? That shit, like, I don't like.
She look like a dragon.
Like, bro, that's too perfect of a line. Like, when she got the mask on, bro, I don't know.
Yeah, she got the head on. Kamala head.
And that makes sense to me because I don't know if you seen her husband kiss Joe Biden wife, right?
Yeah.
You said what?
I said,
Yeah. So maybe that's why she ain't snap on the nigga.
On
I think that's why she ain't snap because it probably wasn't even her.
Bruh.
Because ain't no black wife watching you kiss another joint in front of her.
No way. There's no way in hell.
Shit was,
There's no, bruh.
shit goes left.
See, yeah. You got a crazy point. I've never. That is one way to strike a nerve in a black woman, to violate this spouse. There's no way in hell she sat there and did nothing aimlessly.
And just kept clapping and sucking in her neck.
No. Yeah. Somebody got Kamala, took her head, and put it on him, and controlled that motherfucker regular. You know, it's too outlandish, man, at this point. Cause Biden don't look the same. He falling asleep and old as hell. His eyes look like smaller and beadier than they was.
Yeah, he don't even be blinking no more. It seemed like the nigga stopped blinking. He's just like it's too much mask on. You hear me? His shit don't even be blinking.
Yeah, his eyes is two dots. They made too much skin around his eyes. You know what I'm saying? If he's blinking, you can't see him, but that motherfucker, man. I don't know what the hell is going on, man.
And he the only person that could, like, the crazy shit is all this money shit going on could never happen under a Trump presidency because it'd be like Trump, like, that's what he's the president of in his mind, is the money. All this shit going on and Joe Biden don't get no fucks about what's going on. Like, investors getting killed in the market, all this shit, like, he gives no fucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not nowhere on his priority list to figure out crypto regulation. He gave that one speech when he got elected, like, oh, we gonna figure some shit out, and then he just let that shit go. Got Gary over here running the complete muck.
Oh, man, they need to put Gary ass on a leash, man. Real talk.
And Gary came in supposed to be the guy to get crypto through the door. That's the crazy shit. Like, I'm old enough to remember when fucking they was bringing him in and they was on some shit like, oh, he teaches crypto at MIT. Oh, he came from the banks. Like, oh, he's our guy. He one of the niggas that's gonna get us through this shit.
Turned up like a reversible coat, man.
Like, no, he really understands crypto. This is who you need. Like, he teaches at MIT.
What you say, Trojan horse?
Trojan horse.
That's him.
Magnum Trojan. You hear me? They gave him the Magnum. Came in dog and shit. Like, and it's crazy because it's like you said, this is the narrative of how the U.S. dollar never rebounds if they allow it, because it's like, oh, foreign countries continue to prosper using fucking digital yuan or digital renminbi or all these other different digital, or like you see England is not having no issues with regulating this stuff, bruh. Like, England is just pushing forward. Now the crazy shit is England's pushing forward on the crypto shit, but in doing that, they are getting a lot of pushback from the regular citizens, because a lot of regular shit that used to occur in England then been disrupted. You get what I'm saying? So you got the teachers protesting out there. You got fucking all type of people. I think farmers was protesting because farming was like every time you look up some European shit, they got protests going on, but it's not fucking mainstream news. Like, say that Memphis shit happened, that shit become world news. They got the cops on, protests, whatever. But it's like, it's just as much protesting going on overseas, but that shit's like a secret. Quiet as kept.
Yeah, I wasn't aware.
You hear me?
I gotta check that out.
Like right now, I think they just had a protest in France. They flipping shit, burning, and they've been on that shit since since 2020 for real. And it's like, but that shit ain't getting glorified.
Yeah, didn't something happen in Turkey too?
Oh yeah, a bunch of people died, an earthquake or something.
Damn.
But it was unruly. Like, I think I want to say the lowest number I heard of people dying was like 500, and then I think I heard some wild shit like 1,500 people died. So that shit was crazy. Like,
damn,
1,500 people from a natty disaster, bro. That's
that's pretty catastrophic, man. That's a few city blocks.
yes.
I mean, that's not cool.
I don't. Yeah, and I was even seeing like, cause they was digging up like little kids from that shit. So I seen, and that's what gets me, cause shit like that. Some of those pictures be real when they like, oh, we just digged up this person from under the gravel. Then some of that shit be like, oh, they took a picture from some horrible event from 10 years ago, 5 years ago. It just be like, it's so much funny shit going on the internet, bruh. You don't even be knowing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I seen that they had an explosion over there, and that joint was from 10, 15 years ago. Same explosion. You know, gotta question everything, man.
I'm trying to tell you, and niggas don't though. You hear me? We just go for it. Like, oh, they said that happened. Like, nah. Like, think about it. Look how much money was allegedly raised to go fight in the war in Ukraine and then sent over there. And it's like, what's come from that shit? Because we should be walking around America seeing some Ukrainians out here balling. They were supposed to have got 400,000 and this, that, and the third. Like, where the fuck they at? We were like, where the bread that they said they was going to get them?
Yeah, for real.
They supposed to be in America having their way right now.
Man, that don't surprise me, y'all. You know, they say we the bad guys, man. You know, our government. You know, what do? We go against our word. Shit, man. Get into business that don't concern us.
It always concern them, though. That be the whole shit. The biggest lie they be telling us it don't concern. It's like when they was out there in Iraq, and then them documentaries had to come out like, oh, they stealing gold, oh, they stealing oil, oh, they stealing all this shit, like, the whole time, like, them caskets ain't got no bodies in it, they sending back gold and shit.
Oh, man. Damn.
And it's like, you can't not believe it, because once we seen the documentary, and then, even though it's a documentary or whatever, but then it's like we also seen shit like American Gangster go back to the other wars before then, when it was like, oh, niggas thought it was dead bodies in those caskets, they was selling back dope. So it's like, these
Poppy seeds.
That's the ultimate way for them. It's like, oh, get them caskets in motion. We didn't say anything in that motherfucker. You hear me?
Wow. Yeah, man.
Then that make you think about the COVID shit. All those dead so many people died around the world. What was they trying to move around?
Yeah, for real. Come to think of it. What they had? Lithium batteries? Shit.
Because I remember they was showing us fucking semi-trucks, big ass 18-wheelers, 16, whatever the fuck, full of fucking dead bodies when they was trying to scare us about that shit. They was like, oh, it's trucks stacked with dead bodies. So where the fuck all them bodies go at?
All right. And what the hell was in there instead of the bodies?
We ain't gonna know, and it's like that's why they pay all this entertainment shit so much money to distract us, you know?
Yeah. So all this crazy ass news going on. Oh, fucking Ruby Rose just broke up with her boyfriend. Oh shit. Damn, she's single now? Oh man. Man, whole time. There's fucking plutonium getting ready to be brought over this bitch or some crazy ass shit.
We know we got global warming. We know all type of shit fucked up. These niggas keep dropping chemicals all over the map. Like, what y'all trying to do to the ecosystem? Right. Like, what's going to come from this?
Hey, goddamn sun just popped or something. Sun just, something happened on the North Pole. The sun just, exploded or something. This shit ain't never happened before. And you had to dig deep to read about this shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, everything on the forefront.
Even China's response. Shit. You heard China's response to that balloon shit? They was like, bruh.
No.
America done flown. They was like, since 2020, America done flown like 10 balloons over Beijing against them niggas' consent. And they like, we ain't shoot none of them joints down, but y'all niggas shot our joint down. Like, I bet.
Oh, man. Oh, shit. We've been on balloons. That don't surprise me at all. Damn. I wonder what we put in our balloons. We probably put some common cold or goddamn E. coli in that motherfucker.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? What do we put? Common flu. Shit. Smallpox. Something.
You could argue it's probably the shit like when we had one lady in here or a member in here, what's her name? Binks. And she was saying how she was doing eggs. I mean, having chickens lay eggs. And how her chicken hasn't laid an egg since like, over a year ago. And it's like, this was a chicken that was laying eggs just normally. Out of nowhere it stopped. And it's like, that's some of the shit that could be happening. Like, oh, they released this chemical, and maybe us as humans don't know what it's reacting with, but it's like, oh, that chemical about to fuck up a bird's flight pattern or something, or fuck up the chickens and the turkeys, or, like, just little shit.
Fucking famine the whole joint.
You hear me?
Fucking, damn. Sterilize everything. Now the corn ain't growing right.
You hear me? Now just to keep pushing the 3D printed shit, cause that's the biggest thing. To push this 3D printed magical meat shit, you gotta really show people that there's a shortage. Cause as long as people feel like they got an option to eat, they gonna fucking choose whatever they choose. Like, that's been proven. Like, you know what I'm saying? People been eating bad and good all as long as they could choose. But when they come out like, nah, it's only this 3D printed shit, you hear me? Or only this remix, I can't believe it's not meat type shit.
Yeah. Damn.
Because I don't trust those chickens.
You said you don't trust the chickens?
Nah, bro. I just seen some shit last week or earlier in the month when they were speaking of the fucking... They got some chickens that's supposed to be, they labeled organic, all that goofy shit. But they feeding the chickens the chicken poop. Like, they done figured out how to, like, remake the chicken poop into feeding and all type of shit. So it's like, this chicken grew up eating shit all his life, kinda, sorta, basically.
Man, so this shit might as well be damn swine.
That's
a hog or something.
But they gonna hit it in the, but they gonna put it in the store, say it was grass, you know what I'm saying? All the good shit they know how to label it, throw the stickers and tell you it's a $15 chicken because it's realer than the fucking 3D printed joint. And you gonna naturally think like, oh, this a better chicken, you know? Like, the packaging say it costs more. Have your ass eating a doo-doo chicken, you hear me?
See, I knew this shit. I knew something was wrong with the chicken, man. This shit has been getting too tough lately. Have you noticed that shit?
Yeah, bro.
You bite that joint, it be like getting caught in your teeth, and like it just not hitting the same.
Get bloated, some more shit. Like fuck that chicken.
You feel bloated, all that, bro. And I've been catching myself, bro. Not like you know, in the front of my mind, but like in my subconscious, I don't be eating as much chicken as I used to.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel me? Because it's you know I might eat a little bit and then just give it up, but I still eat all my vegetables. You feel me? Like something not right. Same thing with my dogs. You know, they see something not right, they just not gonna eat
it. And that chicken philosophy,
like,
they took that from the fishes, cause them fish farms is built like that, where they just got the fish stuck in like a fucking aquarium tank, just swimming back and forth, shitting in the same, you know what I'm saying, just living right there. When a fish meant to live a natural life throughout the whole world, a fish meant to swim the whole motherfucker. You hear me? That joint. The fish ain't supposed to start off on one section and stay there their whole life.
right.
They should ride the current till they die.
Yeah, man. Damn.
And then they telling us to
fucking
fish
up.
for crazy prices, and it's just like all this shit fucked up, man. Like that's why I was telling. I think we was talking in one of them shows, and I think it was Jay or Nay, and I was just like, bruh. I can't even say I wouldn't eat certain shit now, cause it'd be like we the generation then that was eating fucking red 5 and yellow 6 and all them different, like we was just eating wild shit, bro. Like we been conditioned to eat wild shit for so long.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, all them Kool-Aids and that the high C,
Blue 2,
Hawaiian Punch,
Blue 4.
Yeah.
Oh, it's blue raspberry. It's blueberry. Like it's not blueberry.
Yeah.
Nigga, it's blue. Whatever the fuck.
Right, ain't no such thing as blue raspberry. We drink that shit up. That's probably the best flavor.
Yeah.
Saying, but shit, we just didn't see the effects of it.
I was like,
Damn.
I just always think like, who was the first human to sit there and be like, I'm gonna put flour and all this shit together and make a cookie? Like, how the fuck did you have that mind to think like I can make a cookie? Like what's like? And then that shit leads me back to chemistry. Like I'm thinking like none of that shit was now. Like I think, like when they always say like, oh nowadays food is made by chemists. I think it was always made by chemists, cause it'd be like. Wasn't no chef sitting there thinking like I'm about to put all this shit together, this egg, this, that, like you know what I'm saying? Like this shit took real science, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn right. Mixing food elements the same as mixing chemicals, if not more. Because guess what? They're going
you
to
could die if it's inedible. You put the wrong shit together. That's it. Your shit. Experiment over. You hear me? Experiment shit over with.
Yeah.
So, and then for them to know, like, for instance, we had the egg crisis in the beginning of the year, and it's like, they know what that do to inflation. When it's like, how to fuck with inflation without fucking with it, and it's like, oh, eggs is in all of the groceries, naturally. So it's like, oh, with an egg shortage, it's like, oh, we can affect the whole fucking market just by fucking with the eggs. Like that shit be deeper than people. Like they deserve a lot of credit for the thinking they be having. People just think shit be an accident.
Yeah, nah. It be like you said, the chicken's not laying the egg no more.
Egg took everything up, bruh. Think about it. Now, cause there's no snacks you make without eggs. There's very few, probably like less than 20% of snacks made without eggs. So naturally that take up all the snacks up, like at least 20-30 cents. Then if the snacks is up in price, you gotta raise real food up, cause real food can't be cheaper than the snacks. So then they be like, you turn around, now the grocery store in the positive. Crazy.
Now all the restaurants going up because they cook with eggs.
You hear me?
You know?
Everything they do got an egg involved with it.
All the sauces.
Hell, they the main ones buying the egg out, so the grocery store don't even got eggs. You hear me?
Damn. Yeah, it's bad. That's crazy. Yeah, I must have missed that episode where Banks was talking about the chicken and the egg, but
Yeah.
that sums it up. And yeah, man.
And she was mad, bro,
Cisco
because that was income. Not to cut you off, but she was mad about that when you bring her up, because she had those chickens as extra income. They was naturally just doing their thing, laying eggs, and then they just stopped.
Yeah, damn. That raised an eyebrow too. Fuck. And this was before the balloon.
Yeah, this was before the balloon. It's been like, I guess I want to say like a year, because I think we met her like maybe 2 years going on. So it's like she said, like, since we like got locked in, she got locked in with us on some shit like she had eggs, like she was on that farm and shit too, but it was like them shits ain't laid eggs since.
Sound like COVID, man.
Definitely sounded like COVID. And that shit was in the air and the water and everything in between.
Yeah, because if you think about it, they said one of the effects was infertility.
Yeah.
Fuck. Man. I don't know, man. Shit, man. You just gotta pray on that one.
But they've been ready for the fake egg shit. The fake eggs was one of the first GMO shits they ever made, when they was putting eggs in the fucking carton back in the day and all that shit. Like, eggs was one of the first things that went GMO.
Yeah.
I know my wife got some powder eggs, like some shit that's like not eggs. Oh, it's made out of potatoes or some potato starch or whatever she used to bake. I know an alternative she ain't used that recently though. She been using chia seeds for baking. Chia seeds, it turned into like egg yolk in a way. Like when you hit it with the water and shit, it get real slimy.
Oh shit. Damn. Yeah, that's crafty.
Chia seeds and water, and chia seeds don't got no taste.
Oh, okay. Chia seed, okay, just make the texture.
And you be making all type of, and it was better because we had the other shit that was supposed to be like the store fake egg shit or the potato shit, but that didn't necessarily always make whatever you was baking like fluffy. But that chia seed was real life fluffing shit out like. So
yeah, I'll look it up.
Yeah,
oh man.
Yeah, man, that's been our year. So what you got for what you thinking? Tomorrow CPI come out. You got us meeting targets or falling short?
Tomorrow CPI come out. You 100% right. I think well, shoot, man. I just hope the market react.
It seems like it's about to be good so far. The market seems like it's like everything trying to bottom out.
Yeah, I saw the US 30 start pumping today, so that's a good sign.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, that and ES1, everything pumping, and Bitcoin looked like it's headed for the bear trap. It looked like it just broke back into the trend line, and now it's coming down to retest it. So, hey, man, you know. Fingers crossed.
CPI gonna be alright, I think.
Yeah, man, shit. I hope and pray, bro, because shit, I could use some more, you know, PPA, parabolic price action.
I think we cool right now because it's like when I had said earlier, it's just like it's tax season right now. So it's excess money floating around, you know, whether it be going directly into the crypto market or going to somebody and then it going to a company and then making its way into the crypto market or into the technology space. But it's like that liquidity is available currently.
Right. Good cash. Yeah, I forgot about it.
But shit on its way to slowing up too, you know? Like once the tax, like that's my biggest, because I don't want no, like, in trading, the only thing I hate is bad summers, bruh.
Yeah.
All the other swings in the market, I'd be cool with it. But bad summers be the worst in the market, in my opinion, you know?
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. 100%. Oh, yeah, and we got that blur airdrop tomorrow, too. So that's another catalyst.
Yeah, it is. I think it's...
Okay.
But the
CZ
is like a SBF. And that's why the market, that's the only reason why I can accept what Gary doing in a sense like this. Whereas like CZ, it's like when you about to rob the bank and all that shit, so you already planning your getaway and all this other shit, your new name, etc. And it's like people like Binance CZ, he already knew. It was just like we said, he already knew even if he had good intentions, he's still like breaking regulations somewhere or breaking laws somewhere. And for that reason is why I think they just embrace breaking the law at that point. You get what I'm saying? Like they go on the Ponzi scheme effect, where it's just like they act like they not breaking the law, you know what I'm saying, I am for the law, all this shit, and then turn around, be the biggest lawbreakers. And I think that's where crypto is with Binance. I don't see them taking down digital currency group and shit like that, because it's like them dudes is the fucking powers to be. Them dudes was in fucking comptroller, treasury, all the most powerful money roles, fucking, they done had them jobs. So I don't see them coming on them because they part of the machine. But Binance and CZ, I know China not gonna back them because China don't give a fuck. And fucking, he just set, he's set to be like an evil villain. Like when they come out, like damn, CZ and Binance was doing the market so dirty. I just see like the whole market going with this shit. I don't see nobody being surprised. I don't see nobody being. Like, I just see. Or you go ahead.
No, you just gotta watch that motherfucker, man. You know, you're 100% right.
I see Carl from the Moon getting exposed. Like people like that. Like when CZ falls, or if he falls, I see like all the shit getting exposed. Like, oh, Binance was paying influencers to promote on YouTube, because that's what they was doing. Like that was the key to Binance's ascension in this shit. To be real, is they had them affiliates and sponsorships down pat. You hear me? So it was like when they paperwork come out, you expect that type of shit to be in it. Like, damn, how much was they paying Crypto? How much was they paying fucking Crypto Banter, Rand, and all them? Like, how much was they? And you know they was paying them a pretty penny. If FTX was paying $750K a year, shit like that, like, psh.
Oh yeah. Big time influencers, they get big time paid. You know, and don't even gotta wear the gear no more. You know, just, you know, accept the check, tell them, you know, sign up, affiliate link, all that, the whole nine.
Get their free $25 or whatever referral bread. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's it, man. Recoup every penny of that shit. You know what I mean? And then some. But yeah, man, I really hope it don't, but you know, I know that motherfucker got a new ID and new passport and all that.
I kind of want it to happen, bro, because it's like, it gotta happen so we can get it over with. That's why I be mad at Gary, because I be like, if you gonna do it, just do all that shit and let's get it over with so we can now move on in clarity. But doing it in this tidbit fashion and all this playing or certain like hula hoop ass shit, it'd be like that. I mean that's intentional, of course, but it just be stunting growth in my eyes, because it's like you give people like CZ enough time to actually duck away and clear a couple billion. Like, look how much money SBF was able to steal and keep. Like, they still didn't take his Robinhood shares. He still got that shit. That's damn near all the. He got his Robinhood bread.
Yeah.
he put all this real estate in his parents' name. It's like this. He's not tripping right now. You hear me? Like, I mean, of course he got the case, but it's like he got shit that he made off with.
Yeah, big time. Big time. Made off like a fat rat.
He made off,
Yeah.
and it's like that's how they set all these guys up. Like they keep prolonging this CZ shit. It's like they've known about CZ probably since maybe the same time they known about SBF, but they've been on his line since SBF went down, like Novemberish. And it's like they gonna prolong this Binance fall for what? That shit don't help us. Cause say if Bitcoin do continue to follow TA and it do make this rise back in the 30K. And then what? That's when y'all gonna drop this motherfucking CZ news and then drop us a 50% back to 15, back to 20. Like what type? Like I think that's the bullshit.
Yep.
Add the CZ shit right now and let the market deal with it, and then let us just bounce and keep recovering. Don't bring us.
Yeah, you know what? I say bring that shit on too, man. Like they ain't got no token we can short.
Exactly. Bring that.
Yeah, bring it on there.
Don't stall us out though, cause when they stall us out, then niggas' money get trapped places. Then it's you can't withdraw from there. You know what I'm saying? Like like that's the politics in that shit. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
CZ already done put in the whole they not taking American deposits and all that type of shit. Like he already cleared that, so shit already set up.
Uh-huh. Yep, you throwing up red flags. That's for sure. We just gotta pay attention and execute. You know what? Yeah, this might have been God talking to us, bro. Cause yeah, I could see that. I could see that playing out. You know.
I think it's because the banks know they got to though. Because if you don't stop CZ this bull run coming up, he probably become the most powerful private businessman on the planet next bull run, just off of pure economics.
Mm-hmm. Well, they got their eyes focused on BUSD, so they on the right track.
Yeah, that was
But
that was fucked up though, cause Paxos, like bro, I got money in Paxos Gold. Paxos is supposed to be legit, bruh. Like that was the whole pitch of buying the Paxos shit. Was Paxos is legit. Like,
so Pax Gold is Paxos?
Yeah.
Yo, that's fucking crazy. I got Pax Gold too.
Right, and they shit is all
together.
based on the fact that they supposed to have the only legit stable coin type shit. So it's like if they lose fucking pegging or whatever the fuck, like bruh, like shit gets real bad out here in these streets. Like
Yeah, that's real bad. Pax Gold, that makes a lot of sense because gold. I mean, dollar is supposed to be backed by gold, or it's supposed to be. You feel me? So, I mean, yeah, it makes sense. But damn, they come after that. Then what they gonna do about? I mean, Tether been having a long run. They gonna let that go before? Yeah.
But that goes back to the whole Ripple argument where it's like regulators are picking on America. Like, that's the truth. They not picking on nobody else but America.
Yeah.
Because Paxos is an American company. It's just sad, man.
Yeah.
It's sad because you can't trust none of these NFT projects to where you like, oh, I'm going to just drop my bread in this shit and for safekeeping. Because it's like, shit, they fucking around run you.
Shit.
But that's why I say Bitcoin, or like how your man said many moons ago, like, it just seemed like I've been getting back into Bitcoin more and more. Like, people asking me shit, I'm like, man, I think Bitcoin, and that's not me not understanding that Bitcoin faces, you know what I'm saying, still a lot more volatility, but it's like, I'd rather live with Bitcoin's volatility than be stuck in some shit that you're not gonna get your money back.
Right. For real, you can leave your shit in Bitcoin until that shit hit $5 million. You feel me? But you got to guess and see if your shit gonna be around tomorrow as far as the altcoins. So yeah, and NFT shit. Fuck, I got some readjusting to do.
But that's always
with
been the
crazy
goal
CPIs in
of
my
the
favor,
projects, though, bro. Like I remember when I used to initially teach my mentorship joints. I used to tell people like, you gotta always remember like, for instance, the way the market usually it'd be like, oh, Bitcoin is used, or in a bull market, the Bitcoin's dumping, alts is typically pumping because it's like the money's coming from like it's going from one to the other. So it's like, and in that same concept, you understand like, damn, Bitcoin being around is solely like people create. Oh, like let's say you weren't around, or say you wanted to obtain 100 Bitcoin right now, but you obviously not about to spend the millions that's gonna be. You get what I'm saying, or the mill, or whatever the case. So it's like, what do? You create a project that makes people have to swap whatever the fuck you offering, so you can get the Bitcoin. So that concept has always been in it. And I've always been aware of it. Like when you see people create projects, it'd be like, or you seen that a lot with Ethereum. Like a lot of people that miss buying cheap Ethereum started a bunch of projects just so they can get free Ethereum in a way. And it's like, now we watching that shit occur in real time, where it's like people creating these NFT projects. Did they ever want their NFTs to sell for some shit, or was they just trying to get free Bitcoin or free Ethereum in that case with them little 0.1 or 0.5 floors and shit? Because that add up. You got 10,000 fucking things listed and the floor is 0.5 ETH, and that's like what, $700, $600, whatever the case may be, and you able to get thousands of motherfuckers to give you $600-$700 consistently.
Yeah, that's a flex. Shit.
And then now you're valuable to the Ethereum chain, because it's like, oh, now you hold a good stake in liquidity, or the Polygon chain, or the pick whichever chain you want to pick. So it'd be like, that's why I would be telling people like, man, try to create something on chain, cause stealing value is stealing value, because that's what they doing, bro. Like we looking at Ripple now. People love, it's people that would die by XRP, but end of the day, guess what? The niggas that work at Ripple wouldn't die about XRP, because the way that ledger works, they don't even need XRP to still use the ledger.
Right. The oddball.
So they don't give
real.
It may be preferred, so they say, but they don't need it. You get what I'm saying? Like,
speaking of XRP, they need to goddamn hurry up and finish one before you go to another one.
I think they pretty much finished with it. When they start doing that, they pretty much finished with it. We just don't know the answer.
Oh, well, we need to know the answer.
I think we kind of know. Because one ruling came out where they said, last month with the library case or whichever one, when they said what?
Mm-hmm.
Secondary sales of a cryptocurrency shouldn't be considered a security. So if that is applicable, that means if Coinbase is selling XRP, then it shouldn't be a security. Or if me and you were exchanging it, it shouldn't. They saying it should only be a security when Ripple sells it.
All right. Yeah, secondary market sales, they need to just let that shit be known. Send that shit to about $5.
Ripple don't want that though.
Right.
Ripple,
that's crazy.
You gotta know they not fighting for us. Even though, that's the typical politics. They act like they fighting. They fighting for their business. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
They can give a fuck about us. So with that being said, it's like that's what we're now bracing for. Like, I think even Ripple just hired a new CEO or something like that. They just hired a new higher up. So I think it's more like you could kind of see a settlement coming or a judgment that's possibly neither one of them are happy with. I'm thinking it's more of that getting ready to happen than to say SEC wins or Ripple wins. I think it's going to be a decision neither one of them like.
Oh shit. Well, guess we gotta brace for impact.
Because the government does, like, the SEC is the government's pit bull or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So they can't fucking tame they pit bull. Because then if they tame they pit bull, then how do they, you know what I'm saying, herd the sheep and shit. So they gonna let the pit bull be a pit bull. That's and then when they do some pit bull shit, they act like, oh damn, my pit bull don't do that with me type shit.
Damn. Yeah, that sound like them though. So we could expect nothing less, nothing more.
Yeah, I mean, so.
But yeah, man, if it ain't for the people, then the shit is coming down even more than what it is.
But I think all that is bullish for Bitcoin though. Because like I said, if people have to pull out, because what slows down Bitcoin momentum every bull run is because everybody tries to do the math like, oh, I'm not going to get that many X's if I buy in Bitcoin. That happens every time. I remember Bitcoin in the hundreds going to the 1,000 and niggas like, oh, damn, it's not going to get the same. You know what I'm saying? You know how many, that always come out like, oh, you ain't going to get the same X, so let me fuck with the alts. And it's like, this, I think, is the first opposite where it's like people going to be like, man, I don't know about the alts. Let me fuck with Bitcoin. And then if you do that in combination with like corporation sentiment, and then if the media doing what they did last time and having all these puppets speaking on Bitcoin in a positive way, man, Bitcoin can get out of here, like way out of here, bro. Like,
shit. I believe it's only 21 million made. Shit,
you can get way out of here.
Yeah, for sure. We get rid of what? It's already like 30,000 altcoins. Shit, we can limit that motherfucker down to like what, 10? Shit. Oh, even
nah,
5.
I think they're gonna be. That's the only hypocrisy in my statement. I don't think they're gonna limit altcoins. I just don't think they're gonna be worth what people think they worth. I think they're gonna have a different set of value. It's like when you go to a car wash and they got the car wash money, you know, or you go to fucking a game spot and they got the game, like the Chuck E. Cheese money and all that type of shit. Like, I see it just being more of a ecosystems built like that than saying that there's gonna only be 10 coins. At one point I thought only 1% of coins would make it, but I don't think so. Cause I think once the shit is super clear on what could be done, all these companies is gonna have their shit ready, bro.
Yeah, I hope so, man. For the sake of the space, I hope so. Man, I know a lot of people's working hard though.
Yeah. But this is a good time to buy Bitcoin though. Like, even if Bitcoin was to dip, if Bitcoin was to go up or down 10,000, it's still a good buy just because it was like all-time high was damn near 70K.
Right.
So you still well under. You know how many people, if they haven't sold, got bad buy-ins in like the 40,000+ range of Bitcoin, bro? God knows how many people believed at 50,000 because they probably thought at 50, 100 was no brainer. So how much they dropped at the 50?
Yeah, the majority of people. The majority of people aped in. Bruh, somebody, I think my shorty was talking about her doctor that she worked for. He saw Bitcoin at 68,000 and he bought his first Bitcoin. Whole Bitcoin. Took him for the ride of his life, all the way down to 17K. And he still got it, but
Yeah, when you get hit like that, you gotta keep it.
Gotta keep, but yeah, the ride of his life. For sure. See the numbers go down, bro. That should change you.
Man.
For sure. New type of anxiety unlocked. New blood pressure unlocked. Shit.
Shit. I think
But
the worst shit for me so far on this journey just been like Celsius. I wouldn't have thought Celsius would go left. Fucking Voyager. I'm not surprised because that's why I be pointing out the shit now with all these joints. Because with Voyager, they always was like, we about to give y'all a bank card and just never gave the joint.
damn.
So it's like, it'd be little shit. Like, it just be little shit. But Voyager, but they had legit tokens on Voyager. That's why, that's what I'm saying. These niggas know how to run finesse, bro. Like, Voyager was really strict on what they listed. So it's like, technically, they should have never went under. Because the only token that really went under that they was dealing with was Luna.
Oh, yeah.
Voyager wasn't no heavy DeFi exchange or no shit to be like they was getting like they just got drained because of shit going on. Like Voyager was built to last. So, but then you seen the back deals like, oh, they was getting liquidity from Alameda. Alameda's a fucking con artist. Fucking, they was getting liquidity from Alameda and still doing business deals with FTX and then doing business with Sam and his other fun shit. So it was like,
damn. Big time exposure, man. The crosshairs.
and then now, because they had legit assets, who was the next up to buy that shit? It's always been Binance, and now we see Binance going through shit like that, and it's like, what's up with Voyager for real? Because Voyager had real money on it. So it's like, is they really trying to do a whole bunch of extra shit so they could steal the Voyager bread? Like, I don't know what's going on with it, to be honest.
Yeah, damn. I hope that joint come back, man.
That shit ain't coming back.
Somehow.
Mount Gox ain't coming back. That's one thing I know. Shit don't. That's the last shit I'm ever thinking shit coming back. You hear me?
Right. Yeah, Mount Gox.
Mount Gox should have came back.
All that Bitcoin?
Mount Gox took like almost 8 years to pay niggas back.
Oh, but they did pay him back though.
Yeah. So I believe they did.
That's what's up. Shit.
They paid niggas back right when the market started downturning.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense.
That's more of a finesse. You get what I'm saying? So they made all the money during the bull.
Yeah, you're right. Damn. Holding on to that Bitcoin. But I mean, look, them motherfuckers are still in big time profit.
Oh yeah, for sure. But they still, I mean, yeah, but they paying taxes on it. But now the odds in your favor. They took so long. How many people really know how to access their Mt. Gox funds 8 years later?
Shit, and the ones that do, guess what? It's been over a year. So
Oh, yeah.
they only gotta pay 20%.
It get tricky though, cause shit like that's the money Uncle Sam want people to talk about. Cause then when you come out with that, it's like, oh, what money did you use to even buy the initial Bitcoin? Cause back then, that time was dark web, all they take. So it's like, was it legit money?
Oh shit.
Well,
Shit.
it's a lot of politics with it.
Uh-huh. Man, all the growers back then, holy shit.
And the tax shit is still going to be ugly because you still made such a crazy gain.
Mm-hmm.
You still up?
Hey, something like that, bro. I'll pay Uncle Sam with a big smile on my face.
You ain't gonna be smiling after you pay him. You gonna be happy you got, but you gonna be like, damn, like that's one of them lottery type payouts. When you think about it, I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Cause of how big of a gain it is. Cause Uncle Sam is on some shit like they want 40%.
No, that's just over a year.
Yeah,
They get 20.
I'm talking about including state tax too. Like I'm saying, wherever, depending on where you at and shit.
Oh shit.
You still gonna have to kick out state tax.
Mm-hmm.
And then 40% on
Yeah.
crazy, like where those people was gonna win and why they so mad at us is the staking. Cause it's like if they give you some shit like that back, that's some shit you throw in to get them stakes. Cause it's like you got so many coins, them staking shit add up, and it's like that's why they hate us or they hate the whole shit. Like for them to hate staking is a soul slap to us. That's like them legalizing weed and then saying no black people can sell the weed.
Yeah. Yeah. That's relevant.
Like, bruh, the motherfuckers
That's
that
rough.
staking is the motherfuckers that built this whole shit. Like, we was the ones that took the risk when it was risky. Like, that's why. Like, how you gonna punish us?
That shit fucking crazy, bro.
Niggas took the risk.
You know.
All of the risk. Imagine you had 32 Ethereum stake right now. Nigga, you took the risk. Fuck, Ethereum could have belly flopped. Vitalik could have did some dumb shit.
For real. 1,000 to 0. That motherfucker known for doing some, some iffy shit.
Yeah. He
sure.
fucking crashed. Fucking the shit he did with Shiba was idiotic. When he burnt all,
Yeah,
that's what
why
I'm
the
saying.
team-
These niggas really don't be for our favor, bruh. Like people thought at the time, like, oh, him burning all this sheep and all that shit. No, bruh, that didn't make sense because him having all that money locked into his sheep helped propped up the price. Him burning the shit and writing the money off as a fucking tax loss don't help nobody but him.
Dumped on the whole community. Damn.
Talking about I don't want to receive the payments. Da 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 da. Like fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, that ain't the first thing he did.
But it's a lot of them. Like think about Moon. Moon had that Costa token. Moon had so much momentum in the space. It's like Carl from the Moon could have became a reputable person like a Jay Leno or some shit like that. You know, like I ain't even gonna say the goofy ass nigga Kramer, but like a Jay Leno, like you know what I'm saying? He could have been a young reputable person, but it's like that Costa shit. Carl from the Moon supposed to be facing the courtroom before a lot of these niggas. He sold a real lie, talking about some, oh, you could trade crypto on Costa, no fees. The same shit we was talking about. He just got a whole bunch of people to bring their coins to his wallets.
Yep.
And gave them Costa. Like, that shit matter.
I feel like they're gonna keep doing that, bro. Again and again. A couple years from now, they're gonna forget all about it. Whole new wave of people. Oh, guess what? We can trade no fees. Shit, come on over here. Same shit. Every time, bro. Every time. You know? Until it ain't no more people to trick. And by that point, Bitcoin be at, what? $10 million.
Call from the Moon, like, bro, I know niggas that like they stopped talking to me because I told them not to buy that Costa shit. No funny.
Yo, for real?
Just because he was so like, I mean, Moon was so sellable, you know, like you look at him, you would think, you know, whatever he's saying. I'm like, bro, that shit ain't it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, hey.
and mind you, I'm the nigga that taught these or put these niggas on a call from the moon type shit. And they start taking his shit. That's just because he showed the money. But I be telling niggas that, like, just like their grandmother told them, everything that glitter ain't gold. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. Major fact.
Carlton took niggas bread and then bought a F1 sports car, like a racing joint. The fucking
McLaren F1?
Nah, he got a whole racing. He got a racer. He part of the F1 sports shit. That's big. Like,
oh, Formula One.
Yeah. He got a driver and shit. Oh. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, these niggas done went legit on these niggas. He done got into the F1 shit. Yeah, I mean, what niggas cost the money.
Yeah, they on some big time shit.
That F1 shit harder to get into than fucking NASCAR. You gotta be real live. You feel me? Like, they started NASCAR low key because they couldn't get into the F1 shit.
That makes sense. Them motherfuckers be flying.
But it's a lot of European, like, that shit deep. Like, the type of families and business going on, that shit deep, bruh. But them niggas ain't driving around in no fucking fake cars. Them niggas riding around in $1 million hypercars and shit, racing.
Mm-hmm.
That's
in their genetics.
To let you know.
Fucking Europe.
It ain't like the NASCAR. NASCAR, they put them niggas in cardboard with an engine. You hear me?
Yeah. I've been seeing. Light as can be. All that power.
F1, nah. These niggas really sitting in $1 million cars. You hear me?
Rolling. That's in them Europeans' blood, man. Over there in Germany, they ain't got no damn speed limit.
Yeah, real engineering going on with them shits.
Mm-hmm.
That's why next year gonna be lit in Vegas. We got that shit happening. We got Super Bowl, Pro Bowl, all that shit, bro. That shit next year gonna be. That's why I'm like, man, all this extracurricular shit going on with UFOs and all that shit, they gotta chill the fuck out.
Yeah, them Vegas folks gonna eat that up.
2024, man, it's supposed to be a great year. But I think these niggas getting ready to have like a 2020, and it's an election year.
Oh, that's right.
You know they be on their best bullshit election.
Market go up too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like. Market bull run. That's why I don't be like worried so much. Cause it's like, but the only thing that there's one outlier that nobody, like, only a few people pay attention to, and it's the fact that the ecosystem has 7-year cycles, 7 years good, 7 years bad, and we supposed to be in our 7 years of bad. Like, we supposed to be like in year 2, about to go on year 3 of bad. So it's like, that's what I want to see, because we never seen a bull run during like the bad 7-year period.
Yeah. And we speaking of that, remember that Bitcoin fell below the 300?
Yeah, the 200. Yeah, the 200 is below the 200.
Yeah. That's right, still below the 3.
Yeah, the first death cross and shit. To actually go through on the weekly or whatever.
We about to see right here, for real. 100%. You right. So, yeah, my eyes is peeled, man, because a lot of that shit depends on this right here. Shit.
It's worth it though, man. Like, because if Bitcoin was the dip again right now, like, I'm trying to do math, like, all right, May 2024, market should be down, because halvings, the market typically is down like that month of type shit, you know, because then everybody be like, oh, I thought it was gonna pump, halving, it didn't pump, and then out of nowhere, that sneaky joint start. So it would be like, so I'm thinking like May this year probably be green as hell in order for next year's May to be red.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. And then at the end of next year, we should start seeing some serious green on into 2025.
Right.
That makes sense.
That's really how I see this shit. Like I'm bending off the having like that's how I'm seeing it. Like so, everything leading up to that is just like, cause I feel like, or not even I feel like I can see us really blowing smoke. Like say we can stall and we hold above 20K for like as long as this quarter continues going on strong, and then we get in the next quarter. And it's like, it does another rip, and it's like, boom, Bitcoin at like 40 something, bruh. I think that's a solid number to then fast forward next May, not this May, but May 2024, for Bitcoin to be like trying to break through 40, 50K. You get what I'm saying? Because then it's like, once we get to that halving, and it do break that 50, 60K, it's like, oh, that shit gonna fly like when it finally broke 10, or when it finally broke like 11,000. Like I remember 11,000 was like a breaking point. Like that 11K shit, that shit was hard. Like shit was getting to 10, going back to 9, getting to 10 and some shit, going and shit. I remember when it was getting to 10, motherfuckers, that felt like it got to $1 million. You hear me? But it was like, I remember that whole 10K back to 8, 10, 9. So I'm like, alright, we should see some shit similar, like in that 40, 50-ish range. Like, if this is truly the bottom, we should be done with the 20s and going into the 40s and 50s.
Yeah, man, I hope so. I remember that shit like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We finally got over that hump. I mean, and then we cleared 19K. I remember that.
Fast.
Off to the races.
We cleared the middle joints fast. That shit ran through like 14, 16, 17, 19. That shit was flying, bro. Like, and that's why I knew we not in the bull market right now. Cause in the bull, you have that spurt, and then you have a quick, healthy retracement, and then it's back to spurting. It don't be no fucking slow wind up type shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, it just pumped up, and then now it's going sideways and all that. Nah, it's gonna pump, retrace, test some shit, and then keep going. It's not gonna pump and then go sideways.
Right. Yeah, this shit is for the birds, man. You know what I mean? We get to that real PPA, people gonna know about it. They gonna start talking. Oh, how I get in? Oh, I should have been in this. Can you show me how? What coins you buying right now? Yo, call me right quick.
People don't even talk about the pullbacks when it's a real bull. You hear me?
Right. Right. And motherfuckers is shook up right now. This little, bro, this is like literally a 1% dip. People pulling out of everything.
I'm telling you.
2% tops. But man, when we start getting them 30 plus days, shit, 20, 30, man.
I'm buying art this go around. Like, I need to, but even that shit be crazy because it's fake art dealers and shit. Like, but it's like,
oh, you talking about like physical art?
Yeah, bruh. I really need to figure out how to have money like liquid without it being liquid.
Oh yeah.
That's where it's at right now, in my opinion. Like, all this other shit too wishy-washy. Like, Bitcoin is like gold though. Like I said, like Bitcoin living up to its digital gold name, where it's like, I feel like I'm getting the same safety as gold, but it's digital. So I'm not out here trying to walk around with tons of fucking gold or some shit.
Yeah, we in the gold rush times, man. Roaring 20s. You know what I'm saying? History rhymes. And you talking about art, you know, back in, you know, the fine art days, Picasso and shit.
Yeah. Cause it's light.
Mm.
You hear me? That shit light. And not even just the pictures, but sculptures, all that shit. You hear me? Like, or not even necessarily just or like artifacts. Better yet, not even just saying art as in like the whole world, like artifacts. You feel me? Like just memorabilia, a lot of shit going on. You hear me? Like I was looking at this shit. They got downtown. We got that pawn shop that be on TV and shit. And fucking
Yeah.
they got the Mayweather shorts in there, like from his last fight when he went 50-0. And they got all type of shit in there. And I just be looking.
Yeah.
But it be like, I also know, like, when you buy shit like that, like, cause I just be knowing, like, you gotta have real places to keep shit like that, too, you know? Cause it be like, niggas that know that shit like that worth bread be on the, you know what I'm saying? Like, these niggas with a whole job on stealing.
For sure. 20, 30 niggas in there to steal that motherfucker. Real sure. Oh, he got the shorts? What? Yeah, man. Shit, you got niggas flying in for that. Yeah, man. Yeah, that shit is millions, bro. Damn.
But yeah, that's the type shit I've been looking at. Like that whole spot got a lot of shit in there. Like a lot of cool shit under 10 bands. Like a lot of cool shit. I mean, they got a lot of shit over 10 bands too. It's that spot, but it's like they got a lot of cool shit where it be like, oh, with what you know about blockchain and just shit like that. Like, oh, this shit should be worth something. You hear me? Like, this shit should be worth something.
Mm-hmm.
They got one of his robes in there. One of his from his fight and shit. I think they even got the robe too from this 50-0 joint. Like they got a lot of shit in there, bro.
Damn, how much you think the pawn shop paid for that?
I don't know.
Niggas probably, man, them niggas probably got them motherfuckers all the way down. Cause I mean, how the fuck they get it in the first place? Somebody stole it?
Nah, they probably paid him up front, knowing, cause you know they in Vegas. They probably paid him up front, like, cause it's like with Floyd, that's what made him the best independent athlete. Cause it's like he never had to sign no major deals, cause he knew how to leverage shit like that. Like, oh, you want to advertise? Pay for a spot on my trunks, or pay for a spot on my robe, or so he probably marked their ass up before the fight. Like, oh, I give you all this shit for $5 million. Or whatever, not even 5, because that's not what they asking for in there. But they probably paid like $250,000 for all that shit.
Okay. Yeah, shit, man. That's leverage for sure.
Yeah. And then it makes sense for him to sell it to some people like that, because you know they gonna be able to hold the value. You know, you get that shit to Ray. He might shit get tough. He sold the shit for 10.
5.
He gave the shit away. He owe a nigga. You hear me?
Right. 1,500.
He done got the shit stolen. You hear me?
God damn, Ray.
He done got the shit swapped out. Niggas done brought in the fake. Done swapped it out on his ass. He don't even know.
Oh, man. Yeah, you be hearing that. You be hearing that, man.
And that's why I be looking at all the shit sideways, because they be in there like they got all type of shit that belong to people. This was somebody, Rolex, etc. And I just be like, how the fuck do you know? That's not just a selling point. Like, especially when it comes to the Picassos, they got the Picassos in there, all that shit. And I just be like, unless you really buying that shit from like Picasso or his family or something, and even then they could be lying to you because they know they're family.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of them NFL players just got exposed for like fake signatures or some shit. I want to say with Brett Favre too, where it was like a lot of his memorabilia, not even his signature, because it was like one of his kids was signing and shit.
Oh, man.
But they not trying to make the shit mainstream news because he's a Hall of Famer. So then that fuck up more than just like what niggas could think.
It fuck up his previous signature. You know? And devalue it.
It fuck up Hall of Famer shit. Cause imagine somebody that got some shit that got Brett and some other niggas shit on it. You know what I'm saying? Now all that shit questionable.
Yep. That should destroy the whole. Yep, you're right. The whole thing going down. Just off the allegation. Don't even matter if it's true or not. Motherfuckers gonna speculate the wrong way.
And that's why we know NFTs is built to last. Is these NFT communities. Like, I seen an interesting tweet the other day, one of my last points, where they was like, in the future, DAOs ain't gonna say they DAOs. They just gonna be opera. Like, they don't have to say it. Like, you know, like how everything is blase DAO. And I was like,
right,
possibly, you know, but that's like saying, like, Apple Corp is still Apple Corporation. It's just motherfuckers don't say Corp, but it's still Corp.
Like, you just Apple. Right. Angie's List is not Angie's List no more. It's Angie.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's just, you know, it doesn't really pertain to that, but, you know.
Yeah, like, it's possible, you know, so. But
That's cool, cause
yeah, that means it got adopted. That's like becoming Beyonce. Like, once you got your Beyonce, that means niggas know who you is. Like, you part of the culture.
Yeah, you're not Beyonce knows no more.
Hear me?
Just Beyonce. You're right. That's adoption.
At its highest form. That's why I be like, it's too many people in the space that's claim like the space is Web3, period. But it's a lot of Web 2 type shit going on where it's like, bruh, that shit not Web 3, and it's like back home when weed got legal and niggas had to huff for the za and all that type of shit. You get what I'm saying? It's just like, and that shit takes a while to clear out. Like, I ain't been back home, so I don't know if that shit ever even cleared out. But it be like,
yeah. It's pretty good now. I ain't gonna lie. This shit alright. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least the shit I done had so far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I would think people probably start fucking with the dip more and more out there. Like, I remember them pop-up shops was happening, but then I know them shits was getting raided.
Yeah, no, they back with them. They got jug prices too. Jug price, like $60 ounce.
Oh yeah.
Or some cool, like, you know. So 9 out of 10.
That's because there's too many people out there with it.
Yeah. Can't get as much money for anything now, you know, unless you bust it all the way down.
They gotta weed motherfuckers out. That's gonna happen. That was like Vegas. When I first got to Vegas, man, that's what the zip was going for. And then shit just changed. Like, Vegas weed ain't nowhere near what it used to cost.
How much it costs now?
Shit, I was gonna run you like $150.
Shit.
If a nigga fuck with you, he might do the buck. You know, like, if a nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, other than that. Because the dispensaries took over out here. Like, the dispensaries got that shit. So it'd be like. And then the dispos all got the fucking, like, reward systems. So you'd be like, oh, buy an ounce from the dispo, earn an eighth on credit or something for your next purchase. You do that shit, it'd be like the nigga outside ain't never gonna have that deal for you. So
yeah, that's a fact.
So the dips.
Fact.
So it'd be like the dips just monopolize this shit out here, like, and then the dispensaries got so much wiggle room. They got $100 ounces in the dip. That shit some trash, but they got them just for niggas that want quantity over quality. They got $60 ounces type shit in there. That's really some trash. Like, you might as well have bought a pack of cigarettes. But niggas gonna do it. And then it just be like on the street. The streets out here, it's no consistency. Like, maybe for a little period, it might be shit, niggas showing love, quality around, and it just be like But it wasn't like that before. Before, the consistency was there. Now the dispensaries came. That's like the biggest disruptor. It's like the only, if you want consistency, go to the dispo. Like if you try and play mystical or you know what I'm saying, call somebody's phone and find out some weird shit. So it's like shit, Vegas weed. But they got bullshit weed out here that be cheap though, but I don't even consider that shit type weed. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, we stay away from that.
Nigga try and give you the cutie for the 200 and shit. Like, nah.
Yeah, nah. Yeah. We know a scam we be one, man. You know, if you get that, you deserve to be scammed.
I can't do nothing with the cutie for 200. This shit drier than motherfucking leaves in the motherfucking fall. You hear me?
That bitch gotta be at least 600, man, for anything worthy. You feel me? Now, I done had some, you know, it's decent, you know, you smoke it a couple times, or like, I say maybe 5 times, and you won't get tired of it, but that 6th time, you be done with it.
Done.
You know, that shit, I done had that for like 300 a quap. You know what I'm saying? You know, but if it's just straight bullshit, shit, nah, man.
Straight D. Because what was helping Vegas was Oregon. Like, when I got out here, shit like that, if you met niggas from, or people from Oregon, they had the numbers, they had quality a little bit. Like, it was a lot of out-of-towners, but it seemed like the out-of-towners don't bring this shit in no more. Like before, though, when you meet them people from Oregon, bruh, they said they don't know no better. Because in Oregon, the wood numbers is way fucked up. They in Oregon selling an ounce for like $40.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. That's where I used to get my shit from.
Shit.
My boy True.
Shit fucked up out there. So when they come into town, they be on some, they got the plates for 800, all type of weird shit until they figure out. But I ain't seen them.
Fucking up the game.
Yeah, but I ain't seen them come to town. I ain't seen them come to town in a while. Like, Oregon niggas.
They be in Cali now. they close. They closer to Cali, so they just pull right on up over there.
Yeah, and Nevada highway got hotter too, cause up top they be pulling niggas the fuck over, like Northern Nevada, Reno, and shit like that. Cause it don't be too much shit going on up there, so you get pulled over, it's just your luck.
Mhm. Don't come around that mountain bullshit.
Yeah. You gotta fuck around, cut back into Cali. If you try and go up there, like we're driving through the top of Nevada, you pushing your luck. You just hoping it's...
Yeah, real shit. You gotta take that long way, man. You know, risk over reward.
You gotta drive your ass back to Cali. Cause you try to pop out through Nevada and get whooped, nigga, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
And that's not even Nevada that you thinking you try and get pulled over in. That's like, Crackerland, no funny.
Yeah, man, Tahoe ain't no joke. Reno, Tahoe.
Yeah.
What's that one coming on down?
They don't even got a population of like 5% black people type shit up there, let alone like the only niggas up there is the niggas that tried to come through and got locked up.
Damn.
Like that's your population.
Yeah, to be taught that lesson.
Yeah, like that's the only niggas. That shit's a stick and move. You cannot be up there. Yeah. They had an article many years ago where they did the Marine dude dirty. He had like 100,000 in cash. They pulled him over, seized it just cause they got fucked up laws out here where it's like whatever officer sees the money get to keep 30% of whatever he sees.
Ooh. They got that?
Yeah, so off, and then that's not including what the state and all them get to keep too. But off bucks, the officer get like a 30% incentive. So no matter what, when you get stopped, they be on some shit like, oh, that's drug money. Like, need that.
Wow, that's why they got all these brothers signing up to be police. They heard about that rule. That's robbery.
Yeah, you get 30.
Legally robbing motherfuckers.
And they took his bread, and the crazy shit was he was a Marine or something, so he knew that. So this nigga kept every single receipt for every dollar he had on him, and they still took the bread.
Mm-mm.
He had to fight that shit in court and got it back, but it was like he had to do all that. Like when they showed the video of the pullover, them cops wasn't giving no fucks, and by definition, he got way higher rank than the fucking cops that pulled him over because he a Marine. Like they not even supposed to play with him, and they played with him type shit. Like,
yeah, they see that bag. Christmas come early. You know, they not leaving without it.
Yeah,
They no different than some motherfucking pirates.
yeah, because all our highways labeled drug trafficking highways, so they catch you on that shit, it's over, automatic. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah. Even if I'm riding clean, I ain't riding that motherfucker.
Yeah, shit fucked up. Shit fucked up.
The hell with that, man. But hell yeah, Brody, it's about time for me to go in here with my mother, watch that damn show with her.
No questions, Brody.
But hell yeah, this was a good one though, another one.
Peace and blessings. Catch up with you later in the week.
All right, Brody, peace and blessings.